I think that there are many other franchises where I would want to turn it upside down and like totally just screw with it. And Alien isn't one of them. Alien is like, I want to do my best to sort of honor the lineage of the first two movies and give fans like myself what I think we deserve from where it went off the rails.
So before I get started, I said I would make a follow-up video to my What Alien Covenant video should have been, with my proposed third movie that would connect all the dots from my Prometheus 2 pitch to Alien. But I'm sort of sick of talking about these prequels, and as of now it seems like everyone else is too. I just think people don't want prequels anymore. Just like Rogue One to A New Hope. There's this big epic action story that happened in this prequel that just happened to be made in the modern day era. But none of these events get any mention in the original film that was made 30 to 40 years prior. We have the most hectic space battle destroying TIE fighters and X-Wings and robot dogs, and none of this gets any mention in the next film that follows in the timeline.
Plans you refer to will soon be back in our hands.
Any attack made by the rebels against this station would be a useless gesture, no matter what technical data they've obtained.
Oh yeah, and half the fucking fleet is gone in this space battle that just happened. David met white Jesus people and took their black jizz and kept making hybrids and killing planets, and he was the one that made the original Xenomorph.
The engineers didn't make him, David made him.
And then millions of years have to pass for this thing to become fossilized in this chair. Problem is, these movies that were once classics just don't hold up anymore to the short attention span masses. And now these prequels have to make up for that. But now when you watch these in order, continuity is just thrown out the window. So that's why sequels that are 30 to 40 years later can be fine. It's a direct continuation of the original classic, and then it can start going in its own direction and it can keep expanding the mythos that was originally set up. Ridley Scott is going too big with these movies before they link up to this tiny little 70s horror film. See, things can start expanding and then they can keep getting bigger, but it can all be set after Ripley blew up all the xenomorphs in Aliens. So it's like David finds the DNA in the black goo because Ripley destroyed what was left of their race. And then this story can continue with us not knowing what to expect, rather than us just waiting for it to connect to exactly what we know what's going to happen in 4 movies. 6 if you count these. 7 if you count this awesome ripoff. Or 8 if you count the porno version. Now, the BLOMKAMP, the director of the best Alien movie in recent years. Not Alien as in alien, but Alien as in alien. And then he made Matt Damon Saves Cancer Kids and Johannesburg's Answer to Short Circuit. BLOMKAMP rocked the planet with his gritty, realistic alien movie District 9. The film was an amazing, fresh take on, well, anything. An alien spacecraft appeared above his hometown of Johannesburg. 2 million refugees of this alien species were forced to live on Earth, and they all live in slums and they're policed by the human government. District 9 displays a unique visual style, a vast spectrum of sci-fi ideas, and super high quality visual effects. And all in all, nothing that you've really seen before. However, his following films didn't quite pass the mold. Don't get me wrong, I've seen Elysium a few times and I actually can enjoy it. And Kruger is one of the coolest fucking villains I've ever seen.
From CCB, please return all weapons to the local embassy.
Fuck you! What did you expect? Fuck you!
And Chappie, well, I love the character of Chappie. Sharlto Copley did an amazing job portraying a child as a emotionless police robot. And if you're Australian, then Hugh Jackman's character is like really dumb, but really amazing. Like mini mullet, Steve Irwin short shorts. When do you get to see such a bogan treat like that in an American movie?
It's taking the piss, man. It's taking the piss. Oh man, look, empty. See if I'm gonna carry live rounds in an office. It's a prank. Everyone go back to work, man. Come on.
But my biggest problems with Chappie is Diane Wood. I don't like them. And are they the band playing themselves, or are they not the band but have the same name as the band, and the band exists in the universe but they didn't make the music, but they have toys and shirts of themselves? What? So many unanswered questions. So while working with Sigourney Weaver on Chappie, Blomkamp started to pitch his idea of a brand new Alien film to her that she was starting to get on board with. The film would ignore Alien 3 and 4 and would be a direct continuation to James Cameron's Aliens. which I'm fine with because even though I like a lot of things in Alien 3, the whole thing was David Fincher having his vision ruined and the producers constantly changing everything. Like literally, I didn't find this out till recently, the 2 screenwriting credits for Alien 3 are the producers. So it's not even a real film technically. And even the original teaser said it was going to take place on Earth.
1992, we will discover on Earth, everyone can hear you scream.
And unfortunately, it stops the franchise dead in its tracks. Hicks and Newt died off because the producers just didn't want to pay for the actors to come back. The producers only looked for young and upcoming directors who were cheap and wouldn't argue with them. Maybe because this time around they didn't want to deal with James Cameron's stern but fair ego.
Doesn't look like it's leaping. Don't you have gloves? Should get some gloves. You can't pull hard without gloves. Get some gloves and call me when you're ready for this.
And the film's pre-production was the biggest mess, trying to lock down what the hell the actual story was. Set on Earth, set on an Amish wooden planet, set on a prison planet, an alien from an ox, an alien from a dog. Fincher's movie, not Fincher's movie. So that's why I'm happy to pass on that movie being canon, just because that was its beginning. Alien, solid idea. Aliens, even bigger solid idea. Alien 3, I'll bloody give you a solid alright. And Alien Resurrection, like, from the writer of Toy Story and Avengers. And this French guy's just a conflict of interest all over the place. It's dumb fun with cool ideas, but yeah, you can't really continue the Alien franchise after this because it's like 250 years after the events of Alien. So yeah, no to this movie. And then all of a sudden, Blomkamp releases all this Alien concept art on his Instagram account. In the year of working on Chappie and working with Sigourney Weaver, Blomkamp had been designing all this artwork with his concept design team for an Alien 5, and then he just released it. And it was exciting, man. Like, already his ideas would get Alien back to the familiar for the fans, plus present some new stuff. Weyland Yutani, those dicks, have the derelict ship in some huge warehouse. Like, they found it. Figured out how to stop all their staff from getting raped by these little fretzels. And not only contain all the aliens, but then they can like start investigating that ship, seeing what all that was about. Look, sir, we found the elephant man in the chair. Turns out it's a big white bald guy inside. And we found a prehistoric Weyland David model shut down. See? All these fucking prequels and sequels can coexist. It's called expanded universes, bro. Get with the times.
Gonna think of like spin-off movies as well, more prequels as well as sequels.
Well,
What's the kind of
I don't
scope?
love spin-offs because I know they're successful, but I think you want to keep one thread, one pipeline. This is it. Don't do too many of these. You can do lots of film, but keep him in there.
Wait. You hate spin-offs?
I don't love spin-offs because you can do lots of film, but keep him in there.
You got like this fake environment set up, and the Queen aliens just all running around, and maybe it's like they can control the xenomorphs, and this is like an examination environment. Or the Queen's broken out and gonna bloody ruin everything. Newt and Hicks are back. Wouldn't you love to see more Hicks? He's got a half-melded face and he's like working with Ripley on stuff. Newt is probably something. Happy little family, on the run from HR Giga's sex nightmares. Just the idea of Michael Biehn returning is exciting. Like Planet Terror, that still confirms he's still a hard-ass. And since the events of Aliens, he's probably become more of an expert on the xenomorphs, setting up their easy capture and control. Blomkamp and Weaver said this film would be like the final send-off for the Ripley character. So this shot seems to represent her ready to die for anything or something. Also, it seems that this might have been like a one-off film. So all you Blomkamp haters that said he was just going to ruin everything, like 1, these 2 movies, and 2, he wasn't going to overstay his welcome with these ideas. Like get in, get out. Unlike this, you got Prometheus, movie, Alien Covenant, movie, the new Alien Awakenings, Covenant prequel, untitled 4th movie, official Alien prequel. Anyone else sick of these studios just giving themselves franchises? And also it seems that there'd be more alien breeds, and I'm more intrigued for his take on it rather than this MacGuffin bioweapon life come. There's like an egg that splits in half rather than the cross on the top. This seems to be some sort of new facehugger with a tooth, and whatever this is, I look at all these with an open mind, but this is the only thing I don't like. Because I don't know what it means. We did that already. No. And Weyland-Yutani must have like big bank from controlling all these xenomorphs. Just a gigantic sci-fi elevator, giant warehouse for these experiments, and/or playpen for the Queen Alien to run around and have fun. So that's pretty much all I can say about why Blomkamp's sequel will be pretty good. And I'd actually be fine with it to run alongside Ridley's Prometheus series. Like, everyone can get what they want. They can get an Alien prequel or they can get an Aliens sequel. And both of those original films have so much to offer. As I said before, Blomkamp's last two movies have been there, done that, following District 9. However, this Alien 5 just seemed like it was going to be his big growing up moment, to get out of Johannesburg and finally make a film with the big shots. But it seemed like Scott just didn't want anyone else stealing his thunder while he pumps out his prequel series. And the worst part is Blomkamp seems so gracious to even have that opportunity that he actually dropped out of the project out of respect for Ridley Scott. Now he's moved on to using his viral marketing once again to get more original content off the ground. Everyone should go check out his Oats studio trailer. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Because say what you will about his movies, so far they've all been original. And that's pretty fucking brave. He is still yet to be a director for hire.
Adapt or die.